In this lesson, I will talk about some difference that exists between the Mac and Windows versions of Photoshop. Photoshop is practically identical on both operating systems. However, it's quite important that you know the small differences that exist between them. I will start by talking about the difference between the shortcut keys. Shortcut keys are extremely important so that we can work quickly and efficiently. Throughout the course, in addition to showing the conventional path for all the tools we use, I will teach the main shortcuts so you can work as efficiently as possible. In general, the vast majority of shortcuts are exactly the same on both operating systems. We will see throughout the course that to enable the brush tool, for example, we will be able to use the B shortcut key. And if we want to enable the zoom tool, we will be able to use the Z shortcut key. These shortcuts will work exactly the same on Windows and Mac. However, some Photoshop shortcuts use modification keys, and these modification keys are a bit different on PC and Mac. Fortunately, most shortcuts that use these keys follow a simple conversion pattern, which works as follows. Any shortcut from Photoshop that on Windows work with the Ctrl key, on Mac will work with the Command key. And every shortcut that on Windows work with the Alt key, on Mac will work with the Option key. For example, if I want to undo the last command, I can use the Ctrl-Z shortcut if I am using Photoshop on Windows. As for Photoshop, the equivalent key to Windows Ctrl on Mac is the Command key. The shortcut to undo the last action if I am using Photoshop on Mac will be Command-Z. And this pattern will repeat itself for almost any shortcut that uses these keys. In addition to these modification keys, some action keys have different names on the keyboards of both operating systems. For example, the key to confirm certain commands on Windows is the Enter key. On Mac, the key to confirm the same commands is the Return key. Another key that we can use that has different names in both operating systems is the Backspace key. On Mac, the equivalent of the backspace is the Delete key. So, as we can see, the difference between the shortcut keys of the two operating systems are few. I am using the Windows operating system for the recording of this course. So, when I quote a shortcut that is not exactly the same between the two systems, by using any of these keys with different names, just use the equivalent key on the Mac that the shortcut will work fine equal. The shortcuts for the commands will be displayed throughout the lessons. But if you want to access a table with the main shortcuts of Photoshop commands, I will leave a link in the support resources of this lesson for the Adobe's official table of shortcuts. In this page, you will find the list of commands and shortcuts already separated for Windows and Mac. In addition to some tool shortcuts being different, Photoshop has a window that is found in different places on Windows and Mac. If you are using Windows, you will find the Photoshop Preferences window going to the Edit menu. And if you are using Mac, you will find the Preferences window going to the Photoshop menu. With the exception of the Preferences window, the Photoshop interface is the same on both operating systems. So, by knowing these small differences, you can follow the course regardless of the system you are using.